morning, this is Uzma. If you're watching Sculpt Beauty TV, and today's makeup tutorial looks a little bit like this. Now the thing is, I was actually going to do another tutorial today, but I saw this video this morning and I thought, oh my god, she just looks absolutely stunning, like she always does. I'm not sure if you've guessed who it is. You probably have, because it probably says on top. It's Jyline and her new music video, I'm So Into You, or I'm Into You. I'm Into You, right? Yeah, so it's I'm Into You. Now this fabulous, stunning diva has come up with, or her makeup artists have come up with a fantastic look. It has a little bit of an African Arabic influence to it, okay? Now what I mean by that is the eyeliner is quite trendy nowadays, because I did a video on Beyonce with a little bit of a similar thing going on. It looks a little bit like this, if you could see close up. You know, the eyeliner is elongated and the lower eyeliner kind of goes into that. I really like this look, and I think she looked absolutely fabulous in the video. If you haven't seen the video, go check it out. And if you like this look and you want to know how it's done, watch on Lash. Okay, so I've done one eye and kind of this side of my makeup already. Okay, so what you need to do is make sure your eye area is totally concealed. Okay, and then we're going to jump straight into the eyeshadow. The palette that I am going to be using today, and I have been using this quite a bit recently, is the Sculpt Beauty Stage palette in Natural. Okay, now this is a great palette for all these neutral types of colours. Okay, and it just so happens that I've got exactly the colours that I want to use for this look in this palette. Okay, now the colours that I'm going to use, and there's only about 2 of them, maybe a third one for shading, and I'll show you. The first colour is this shimmer, very, very pale yellow with a hint of gold. Now I say a hint of gold because it comes up a little bit two-toned. Okay, now if you could see in my arch there, you've got the yellow seeping through, but with it kind of has a gold, a gold shimmer to it as well. So that's what we're going to be using for our highlighter and our inner corner. The next colour I'm going to be using for the main part of my eye is this gold green over here. It's a light gold green. Now I've had a look at this video. Okay, now some people might think that it's a gold that she's wearing, and it might be a gold that she's wearing, but it looks more like a greeny gold to me. Okay, now it might be because of all the lighting and the darkness in the video, but I actually think it looks a little bit nicer with this gold green, because it adds a little bit of mysteriousness to it, which is what we like. Okay, which is what this kind of whole look with J-Lo is kind of about, right? So I'm going to be using this very light gold green over here. It's actually a really, really pretty colour. Great for the summer as well, right? So I'm going to be using that, and I'm going to be using this a tint of the same gold green, but in a little bit of a darker shade, just for a teeny bit of shading as well. You don't have to do that. I've just gone to the extra lengths, and you know, thought I'd throw that in as well, because I think it just adds a little bit more definition. Okay, so we're going to get started. I'm going to go into the first colour I showed you, the pale yellow stroke gold. We're going to get that onto our brush, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the arch, and I'm going to apply this. Now you can see that the colour is very highly pigmented, and that's the great thing about these Sculpt Beauty palettes and the eyeshadow pigments. You know, they're very, very high pigmented, and we like that because you don't need to use a lot, all right? And also, more so than that, the colour, what you see is the colour that you get. Okay, now I'm going to get that all over my brow bone and just drag the colour underneath. Now we're going to go back into this as well, but before you do that, apply some in your inner corner as well. It adds a really nice shimmer to the inner corner. Just apply that in there like so. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add a really thin line, and we're going to create this line here, but at this point I'm just going to create a very, very light faded outline over it. Okay, the reason being is because then I know where the eyeshadow will stop, and you know, where you apply it to, basically. Okay, and then we're going to go back over it. Okay, now I've got a kohl pencil here. The one I'm using is by Gosh, which is a new brand, and this one's called Black Ink, and it's pretty good. Okay, so make sure your pencil is sharp. Now what we want to do is we want to create a line. It doesn't come down to the inner core, it starts like a centimetre up. Now this depends on your eye shape. If you've got kind of small eyes, you don't want to leave a centimetre because, you know, you might be going too far up. You want to leave a little bit of a gap. The idea is leaving a little bit of a gap there just above your crease. And we're going to swoop this colour, this line over, and just below your arch we're going to take the colour out a little bit, the line out a little bit. Now what you've got to remember is her eyeliner is elongated, and the bottom of her eyeliner, bottom eyeliner is also elongated, and they kind of you know, meet each other in like a triangle V-type shape. All right, so this needs to go a little bit above, so bear that in mind when you're doing this. So let's create this line. Now take your time to make sure it's perfect. And what we want to do is just swoop this out, okay? But don't make it so prominent that if you need to make a change, you can't possibly do that, okay? So just make sure that, you know, it's not as dark. Okay, so I think I've got that there. Okay, now what we're going to do is go into our second colour, and this is the gold green that I showed you. So get your application brush in there, tap off the excess, and what we're going to do is apply this colour all over our lid. This is a really easy look if you think about it. It's quite simple, but it's very, very effective and very, very pretty. You know, try it out. Post your pictures on our Facebook fan page, facebook.com/Sculpt Beauty, because you know what, I really, really like to see what you guys come up with. You know, it's nice to see that. So yeah, make sure you do that. Okay, so I have applied that, and I'm just taking the colour out a little bit, like so. Now whilst we're here, what we're going to do is we're going to go back into our highlighter, and we're going to just apply this to our inner corner and just drag the colour out. So I'm just layering it over, okay? And then we're just going to take this colour and just apply a little bit underneath. Now what this does is opens your eyes out, yeah, it opens it up. And it also adds a little bit of a glamour look, okay, like that. Also get this green and apply it under your lash line. Okay, so that's us done with this green. What we're going to do is going to go into our darker green now, okay? Now, I don't know whether or not she does this in her look, but I've had a very, very good look at it, and she does have a little bit of definition, a little bit of shadow just underneath her top line. So let's make it more interesting, right? I'm going to apply this just underneath this line. Yeah, so I'm not applying a lot. I'm just taking a little bit of it and just applying it underneath the line. You could take off the excess if you wish and just make sure it's blended nicely together. The whole idea is that it's not visible, all right? So then we're just finished with our eyeshadow. How simple was that, hey? And we're going to go into our eyeliner. Now the first thing I'm going to do is apply the white eyeliner in my waterline. Now there's two options you could use. You could use the Sculpt Beauty Jyline in pure white. Okay, now this stuff is great, especially if you're a makeup artist. You need to have a white you need to have white gel eyeliner in your kit, and this is probably the best one you're going to get. Okay, so the Sculpt Beauty Jyline in white, or you could use a white kohl pencil. Now I'm going to use a white kohl pencil for all those people out there who have white kohl pencils and prefer to use white kohl pencils. So just to show you that the effect is more or less the same. The only thing, if you use gel eyeliner, it is a little bit more prominent, and our stuff is waterproof, so it stays on. Okay, now we're going to go into our eyeliner. Okay, now I'm using Sculpt Beauty Jyline. I don't really use anything else, and that's not because it's a brand that I support. It's because it's fantastic. If you haven't yet come across it, you need to look into it. It's the Sculpt Beauty Jyline in Carbon Black, and it's smudge proof and waterproof, and it's great. So anyway, I'm going to get this on a really, really thin liner brush. Okay, now the idea is, what we're going to do is we're going to follow our lash line, our upper lash line, start off really thin, take the colour out, and just as we get to the bottom, we're going to swoop this up. Okay, now take your time. All right, that's the key. You find that if you tilt your head back, it's actually easier to work with. Now, eyeliner is one of those things that is very easy to get wrong. Okay, but I assure you, practice is perfect. All right, so you need to practice. So many people say to me, yeah, but I can't get the eyeliner right. Yeah, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Just practice makes perfect. So just practice. Okay, so I've got to the end there, and what I want to do, and look down here first, yeah, how it joins up. Now very, very carefully, just slowly take this line out. Yeah, now the strokes that I'm using are really, really thin, like really, really light strokes. Okay, I'm not putting any pressure onto my brush whatsoever, just in case, you know. And then once you have a prominent line and you're happy with it, then, you know, you could complete your eyeliner. Okay, so I've got that there. And if you're happy with that, we can move on to the bottom. Now the bottom eyeliner goes a little bit in, a little bit like the Arabic Khaliji style. Okay, now I'm seeing a lot of influence with the Arabic style makeup into a lot of new looks. Arabic, African makeup looks being really, like, you know, used as a lot of inspiration. Okay, so I'm seeing it in a lot of makeup looks. Part of it, at least. Okay, so get your eyeliner on a brush, make sure it's all thin. Okay, so be careful, don't go into your waterline. And what we're gonna do, yeah, is take this and attach it on, right? So again, very, very carefully. And once you're happy with this, you can move on. Just make your line a little bit more prominent. Okay, make sure that they're equal, because there's nothing worse than eye makeup which isn't equal. Okay, now, so we've done that. Obviously, you're gonna have a lot more time, and I want your version of this to be absolutely perfect. You're gonna have all the time in the world to do it. Okay, and if you don't, make sure you practice beforehand. Okay, now we're going to create this line on top. Now you can actually use your kohl pencil again and go back into it and whatnot. I'm going to be a little bit more brave than that and use my eyeliner. Now I haven't applied any more liquid eyeliner on this. I'm just going to use the excess of what's left on my brush from doing my eyeliner, right? The reason for that is because my line won't be as prominent, the colour won't be as prominent. Okay, so very, very carefully, and like I said before, I'm just going to be using the tip. Ooh, oopsie. And then when you come out, make sure that the line just swoops out like so. And then you can make it. Now this line on top is quite prominent. I've seen some faded styles with like faded eyeliner. No, it is quite prominent. Make sure you know, if you're going to do this look, try and make it as similar as possible, because it does look nice. Now what I'm going to do is, if you do make any mistakes or you've got your liners too thick, you could actually go back into your brush, apply no extra colour on that, and just, you know, shade this out a little bit. And that's my eye makeup done. You know, wasn't that fantastic and easy? Actually, I might take this out a little bit further. Okay, so there you have it. Now, she looks really glossy in this look, and she just looks absolutely stunning like always, but she looks very, very sun-kissed as well. Okay, so in order to, you know, create that whole bronzing look, you need a few shades of bronzer. Okay, I'm going to use a Sculpt Beauty palette in Warm. Now this is a great palette, and people do look at it and say, oh, are those all blushes? There's loads of different colours, and you could create any type of bronzer or blush with any type of undertone. Okay, so I'm going to be mixing a little bit of this colour right here with this one there, and maybe a hint of gold. Okay, get that on your brush. Circular motions, going up like so. Okay, add a little bit of that on the other side as well, and there you go. Now the other thing I'm going to do, right, is the highlighter color that we used. I'm going to use that as my highlighter for my cheeks. Now these colors are quite versatile, and they've been designed to use for makeup artists to use anywhere you like. All right, so whether it's your cheeks, your eyeshadow, it doesn't actually make a difference if you're using the Sculpt Beauty palettes. Okay, so I don't take my word for any other palette that you're using. If you're using the Sculpt Beauty ones, then, you know, we have designed them in a way that you can do that. All right, so just at the tip of your cheek here, you want a little bit there, and then you want to take this color all the way up in circular motion, so it's blended really nicely in. I'm going to add that onto the other side as well. That, and it gives a really nice glow. Now, that is the end of the look. I've worn a nude lipstick, which is what she wears in her video. You could go darker if you like, but because we've got so much going on with our eyes, we don't want to go OTT with our lips, all right? So I've got a nude colour there. That's it basically. Now, you can't do a JLo look without eyelashes, right? Now, so I'm wearing the Sculpt Beauty Glamour Lashes in 4510, right? Now I'm going to apply the other one, complete this look, and I'll be right back to show you the end of the result. Right, I've got my eyelash on. I've also applied my mascara top and bottom. So as you can see, that is the completed look. Now, you got to agree with me, when you apply eyelashes to this look, it really, really adds that little bit of extra glamour to it. You know, the JLo type glamour that, you know, we were after kind of thing. So that is my look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did like it, there is the like button down here somewhere, okay? It's a thumbs up. You need to click that and leave your feedback below, but you need to also be watching this on YouTube to be able to see those features. Now, all the products and everything that I have used, I have listed in the description box below. People ask us about the palettes, the eyelashes, the foundation, the blush, everything. We do make it easier for you and list everything with the direct links to their relevant page underneath in the description box. But watch this on YouTube to see that, okay? Now, whilst I'm on that topic, we do deliver worldwide. So whether or not you are in the UK, the US, Asia, wherever you are in the world, we deliver to you right to your doorstep, okay? So, what could you ask for, okay? If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, there's actually a subscribe button in the corner right down here. Okay, now click subscribe, be part of the channel, and you'll get all the tutorials, the video blogs, the reviews straight to you. You'll get notification, it'll come straight to you. Whilst I'm on that subject, if you have an iPhone or an iPad, you can actually download the Sculpt Beauty app. Okay, now yes, we do have an app. It is absolutely free, available from Apple App Store, and it's great because you can actually look into the mirror, do your makeup, and watch a tutorial at the same time. So you get, you know, a little bit of assistance there, right there. You know, you don't need to go remember it and whatnot. And it's a great way of practicing as well. Okay, so download the iPhone app. It is fabulous, and rate it and let us know what you guys think, and you know what else you want on there. You'll also see our Twitter feeds and whatnot on there. Whilst I'm on that, you can actually join our Twitter page, twitter.com/sculptbeauty, facebook.com/sculptbeauty. Join the network, guys. You know, interact with us, let us know what you think, what you guys want. You know, we try our very, very best to give you guys what you want. We do have loads and loads and loads in store for you this year. It's a very exciting year for Sculpt Beauty. We've got so much happening, and it's important that you guys, you know, walk with us hand in hand, and you know, we can share everything with you guys. All right, so that's it from me today. I hope you enjoyed this look. I don't think there's anything else that I want to say. I will see you guys very soon. My name is Uzma. You're watching Sculpt Beauty TV.